And this could be life-changing for you, your family, and your friends. Having the ability to live the life that you want without having to worry about paycheck, without having to worry about when the bank is going to send you your money. It's real and it's possible, but it does require a few important things, right? So you don't get wrecked on the way. My name is Tyrell, and for the past 5 years, I've used online businesses to make money online and invest the profits. Yes, things like e-commerce, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, social media marketing, all of these things that you hear online, they do work, and they've allowed me to use that money and pour it into the crypto markets and make money. The key part is this only works 2 out of every 4 years. And trust me, the bear market is tough and it comes fast. By the time you realize it's the bear market, it's too late. Just like how the time you realize it's the bull market, it's also too late. Yes, it is the bull market right now and you can take advantage of it. So let's kick things off and let's break down the crypto market as a whole. And I want to talk to you about cycles and market cycles and my thought process around it as well. So as you can see, it's about actually 90 days, 2 hours and 22 minutes away from the Bitcoin halving. And that's literally 3 months, right? 3 months away for the time to change your life in literally a few weeks, realistically. So let's have a look at it. First things first, I want to talk to you about the market cycles. Now, what I've done here, as it all follows Bitcoin, into its halving cycles and the best times to buy Bitcoin, the best times to buy altcoins, the best times to buy mid-caps, the best times to buy anything. And you can actually download this by watching the free course, which I put down below. That's a 5-hour free course, which is going to explain to you everything about crypto, market cycles, how to buy crypto, best exchanges, all of that jazz. But here you go, right? As you can see, we're entering the 4th halving. We did have the mid-cap season, right? If you've watched this channel, if you're involved in crypto at all, you would have seen coins like Bonk, Fly, other coins like Solana, for example, that flew. Mirrior Games also did a 10x. Mirrior Games is one of the projects that I've been speaking about a lot on this channel. And a lot of other projects. Now, they all have started to dip. Why? Because we are entering the Bitcoin halving, which you can see here, right? This is where we move on from this cycle into the Bitcoin halving. And as we do so, historically, we've always dipped, right? If you look at the last market cycle, even though it's going to be hard to see, in fact, I'll make it logarithmic so you can see. We had a dip here in the 3rd halving cycle. Okay, if we go back a little bit more, you'll also see we had another dip here in the 2nd halving. This was actually going into it, and it lasted, about August, July, of after the halving. Okay, and the 1st halving, can we even see it on this chart? Yes, we can. Well, the 1st halving, we still had a dip here. Okay, and this is the weekly candles, so that's 1, 2, 3 weeks of dippage, and then we rose into BTC halving. Okay, so every single time, historically, if I get rid of this as well, we've seen a dip. Okay, so this is nothing normal. In fact, we're actually abnormal that we're this high. Okay, which is alarming for anybody who is in large positions right now. But it's beautiful for people like you and me, which are watching, and we know that these dips are coming because we can buy the last dip, okay, the last opportunity before we move in to altcoin season, right? Which historically, after every single halving, so 4th halving, 3rd halving, 2nd halving, right? For example, let's show the 3rd one. After every single halving, there's one last chance to get in before it goes full send, okay? And we break the next all-time high. So that's the goal. That's what I'm thinking. The key point is how low will we go, right? That's the key thing. If I put my camera on for this one, how low will we go, right? The truth is that I don't know, nobody knows, but what we can do is we can actually plan for this, okay? We can use, our forward-thinking vision, and we can plan for the next stage of the market. So if we know, historically, okay, before each halving, there's a dip, or into each halving there's a dip, and it's the last opportunity before we go to all-time high. We can enter long-term, low leverage trades, okay, such as like, a 5x leverage trade on Bitcoin, for example, or on Ethereum, which I'm going to talk about that later. And we'll look to exit that after all-time highs. So we're not even stressed. We know for a fact that after the halving, Bitcoin's going to pass all-time high, right? So we know it's going to pass, 60K, for example. So I know anything I buy now on the next dip is going to make me a huge amount of profit. Bitcoin, yeah, okay, it might maybe a few 100% gains if I'm on leverage trading, but altcoins, as we're in altcoin season, can make life-changing gains. $10,000 to $1 million. I've seen it. I've seen people trade $1,000 to $1 million. Did they keep it? I don't know, right? You got to be a level of degeneracy to even make it that far. So keeping it is a different story, right? But hopefully you keep it, right? Because this is about you. It's not about them. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the price levels. Again, guys, you can download this, link in the description. Just watch the free course and you'll be able to download this, okay? Let's kick things off with the trend lines. Now, this is a little bit messy, okay? But what I have actually done is I've added all of the key support and resistance lines, such as the 618 fib, which we bounced off. We've seen everybody talking about this, but it was late, right? We were speaking about this on this channel literally months and months ago. You can have a look, okay? Next, we're stuck inside the cloud, okay? You can see my friend Coach K talks about the cloud a lot. We talk about the Ichimoku trading strategy a lot, okay? But what's next? Well, we have the high volume node. That's okay. Another high volume node. That's okay. We do have another fib level here. That's okay. But for me, I'm looking at this full send line, okay? And the reason why it is a full send line is because if we zoom out here, in fact, we go to like the 2 week, for example, I'll get rid of the seasons. Now we already know the seasons and we've already discussed that. Okay, and I want to look at which level, okay, was the level where we knew when we broke out, okay, as you can see here, here, and here, we never retested, okay? Not once did we retest this level. Does that mean we have to? No, there's no rules that mean we have to. But it's a great opportunity if we do come down to that level to buy. And I'll show you levels like this, which we've seen in the past for altcoins and Ethereum, for example. Okay, but this is the level, okay? The level for me is going to be 31,691. Okay, that's the level I'm looking for. So I want it to come down to this level. Keyword, I want it to. I hope it does. Okay, and any trade I put in here, it's not going to be a super high leverage trade. Okay, it's not going to be a, for example, a 50x leverage trade from this level. Okay, because I'm not trying to get rich in one go. Okay, but I know that I could enter this trade and I can hold it, right? If we go into the seasons, I can hold it all the way up until 2025, for example, right? I can hold this for a long time, okay, with no worries, no stress, fully confident that Bitcoin can surpass all-time high, okay? Now, if we know that we're exiting this area here, we're exiting this part of the cycle, and we're moving on into altcoin season, then obviously the goal is altcoins, okay? Now, altcoins as a whole, there is a ton of different ways to play them. But the number one way that I like to play them is very simple. I look to purchase Launchpad tokens. And without a doubt, the best Launchpad project hands down right now, hands down, until somebody beats this, I will let you guys know, is Paid Network. Okay, now Paid Network is currently sat about 24, well, just dipped a little bit, 25 cents. Okay, and the all-time high for this baby here was about $5.30. Now, do I know if it's going to get to all-time high? No. But one thing I can say is I know wholeheartedly and I have full conviction that this thing will at least pass $1.40, which from here is just under like a 5x from this coin price, right? Which again is still more than what you're going to make on a Bitcoin play. And if there is a Bitcoin dip, Paid Network, even from now, will dip below 20 cents, okay? So as a whole, when I'm entering altcoins, I have an entry now already. Okay, I already hold like about $50,000 of this token, and I'll show you later on. And I'm holding this for at least a 5x, right? So it's $50,000 to $250,000 in the space of like 6 months. Amazing, right? If this does happen. Okay, of course, it's all speculation for now. The best case scenario is it goes up to like $5, okay, which is $50,000 to over $1 million, okay, which is, again, an amazing play. Okay, so I have to have my camera on this, so I have to have my camera on sometimes, right? Altcoins, right? Let me make this full screen. Okay, altcoins as a whole are the best investment right now, but the mistake that people make is simple. They don't have a portfolio. They put all their eggs in one basket. For example, it's like me having all my money in paid network. It's okay, but it might not play out. Okay. A diversified portfolio, for example, a percentage of money for trading. If you do like to trade and do any type of leverage, short term, long term, whatever. A percentage for private sales and private investments. If you don't know about that, you have to watch the free course, link in the description, or join the Telegram community. Right? A percentage for large market cap altcoins, which is, your now Solana, for example, or your Ethereum. Okay, the top 20 altcoins as it is now. Okay, and your smaller market cap altcoins, for example, like paid network, which can do a 10x, whatever. Right? A diversified portfolio like that gives you the advantage over the whole market. Because think about it, everyone else is trying to put all of their eggs in one basket, right? Why? Let's be honest. It's because they haven't got a lot of money. They're not starting businesses. They're not working more hours at work. They're not saving money, for example. They're not, investing a lot of the proportion of their income. They're throwing a little bit out there like a gamble, like going to the casino, and they're like, okay, I don't care if I lose this. Hopefully I'll make some money. Right? I know that because I've been there. Right? I've been the type of person to do this. But here's the thing. It's much harder to win. Much harder to win, right? When you've got cash flows, obviously it's all relative. Let's say you're making 100 grand a year. Let's say when you invest $20,000, $30,000 into the market, right? That means you need a 3x. Right? You need a 3x, and you've made more money than you make in a year off your investment portfolio. Never mind if that puppy 10x's, 20x's, okay? And when you're diversified across all things, all baskets, you don't need to worry about chasing the next narrative. You're already in them, okay? And when we talk about narratives, right, being in narratives, right, having, the advantage, launchpad tokens give you that advantage, right? The reason is because they launch new projects. For example, as you can see here, I'm not capping, 225,000 paid network tokens. Okay, it's about $50,000. That's one account. We have other accounts. Currently, all in all, we're about a top 40 paid network holder. Okay, between me and my business partner. I had wallet addresses and stuff, but here you can see the projects, right? The completed ideas on paid network, and you probably see a lot of big projects out there, right? And these projects allow you to invest early. For example, right? Let's take Regiment Labs, for example, right? It wasn't a good project, but I'll give you an example. They was raising $105,000, right? They gave you the tokens at a fraction of the price. And if you was invested into paid network, you could invest a proportion of that $105,000. Okay, if the project done a 5, 10x, whatever, okay, you'd make 5, 10x your money. Okay, there's a lot more that goes into this though, right? There's tokenomic solutions, there's things to understand about due diligence. Watch the free course again down below if you don't know about tokenomics distributions, how to find private sales, how to pick the good ones and the bad ones, all of that jazz, right? It's 5 hours long, and I broke that down too. Okay, but paid network as a whole has just released Staken, okay? And they announced it on their Twitter yesterday. You can see Kyle Chasse, big up Kyle Chasse, shared this, and you can see, which I want to explain all of this now. So if it looks like there's a lot going on, believe me, when I first seen this, guys, it just blew my mind. I was like, CBA. But trust me, it's good, right? It's good. Right. So whenever a token is purchased, right, you get the access. So if you're a token holder, you get the access to enter pools, right? These pools, there's $100,000, $200,000, whatever, right? If you have 75K paid tokens, you're able to get in there early. That's the advantage of having more tokens. You see, I've got 200,000 or whatever, right? That means I can get in 3 times. So I get 3 times the advantage, okay? But if I have 75K, it's just once. Even if you have less, that's fine. You can still get in, okay? But again, get your money up, accumulate it, and then you get the advantage just like everybody else, okay? Next, you'll be charged a 10% fee, okay? You'll be charged a 10% fee on each pool, which means if you brought, $1,000, you get charged $100,000. If you look at some of the past raises, these guys are doing millions of dollars of raises, right? So that's a lot of money that they're collecting in fees. Now, any normal business would take those fees, go buy Lamborghinis, Ferraris, do all that Richard Hart shit. Not Paid Network. What Paid Network are doing is they put 20% of that into liquidity, okay, which is when I get into FI and when I talk about some of these other altcoins, you'll see why this is so good. 5% into community growth and marketing, any business needs good marketing, and 25% into the paid community fund. Last cycle, Kyle Chasse did a paid community fund, and it was worth well over $1 million in the space of like a few months, right? Just because they get into such good private deal flow, okay? And next, you can see this is what they do with all of this, right? Now, the returns from these investments, 50% of the investments will be sold, okay, to buy Paid Network and burn, okay? And the other 50% is rewarded to stakers by having this token staked. So simply by having the token staked, you make, quote unquote, passive. It's not passive because it doesn't last forever, okay? Passive income, okay? Simply by having it staked. So not only do you get access to private sales and private deal flow, let me see if I get it range bell. Okay, file, view, flow on top, boom. Not only are you going to get access to private deal flow, okay, and opportunity to invest into private sales, but you're also going to get, quote unquote, passive. Again, it's not passive, but passive income, okay? Now, that's why I like to buy these things, because as we enter altcoin season, okay, circling this back, as we enter this altcoin season, it's long following people on Twitter to try to find the best altcoins and always being late because they've already got in. Simple, that's the fact of the matter. They've already got in, they promote the thing, they dump on you. That's why everyone's complaining. Instead of doing that, I get into launch pads and I get in early with everybody else, right? I get in at public rounds because in the bull market, they actually have better vesting terms than private seed rounds. If you don't know about that, free course down below, right? They get better vesting terms, okay? So I'm going to get better vesting terms, which means I'm going to get anywhere from 10, 50, or even 100% of my tokens at launch. I can choose to buy more or sell them if I want to at 5, 10x the price, right? But also, we're getting passive income from the staking rewards as well. The next token I want to talk about is FI, okay? Now, FI, it used to be called Block Bank. And I don't even know if I can make this full screen. Let's see. No, I can't make this one full screen. But in long story short, okay, FI itself went on an absolute rally and it did a 10x from the time where I called it. Right, you can check the Telegram down below. Okay, this was the second 10x that we've had. We've had Mirrior Games, which was very close to a 10x, and we've had FI as well, which is also a 10x. So that's 2 10x's that we've had already. Now, in terms of this project, where do I see it going? This one is another one of those narratives, right? And let me show you something. I want to show you a project which, if you follow me for a while, you probably know about. This project here called Swissborg, okay, made me about a 50x. I could have made a 300x on this thing from down here, but I've got in like wherever and I made a 50x, long story short. Right, these guys flew me to Dubai. I met up with them in Dubai and that's how I ended up moving to Dubai, okay, because of this one project. Now, look closely. When did it go to all-time highs? July. Okay, September, July. Let's go to market cycles. When was the Bitcoin all-time high? Okay. November. Let's get the exact dates so we don't mess up here. February, March 2021. Okay, we go to the charts. January, February, March 2021. So, all-time high for Bitcoin. Okay, we actually broke the all-time highs here. The previous all-time highs. And then we went on to hit about here, 61K. So, until Bitcoin hit its top, Swissborg went and hit its top. So, we broke out around about December. And then by March was at all-time high. So look here. December, it did a little pump. Nothing. All-time high for Bitcoin, it went up from 0.1 to 1. It did another 10x. It did another 10x from there. So it probably is like a 10x and a 10x. See how this game's working now. Same thing for FI. If we look at the Bitcoin price right now, crypto as a whole, right now, we haven't even surpassed all-time high yet. We're just getting started, okay? We haven't even hit the top of this cycle yet. We don't know where it is. Is it 100K? Is it 120? Is it 200K? Is it $500,000? Is it $1 million? Leave whatever you think the Bitcoin all-time high is in the description, okay? But we're not there yet. Now, what does that mean for us? That means tokens like FI are nowhere near done yet. In fact, they're dumping right now, okay? Levels which I'm looking to buy FI at, I bought some today here. I missed this dump because obviously I've been recording the video at 13. This is another one, another great level. And anything below, I'm buying it up. With all the USDT I have available, I will be quote unquote on paper broke in the next 3 months because of all the dips that I am buying. I don't think it's going to stop. Okay, I don't think it's going to stop. So, I have my matcha latte tash, right? Let me know if you like matcha latte in the description. So, the reason why these tokens pump is because they acquire users, right? They get users into crypto. And right now, nobody is getting into crypto that is completely brand new. They still think it's a scam. They've seen the recent dip. They heard about the ETF. That's all they know, right? That's all they know. They won't come into this, and your aunties, uncles, aunties, whatever, won't come into this crypto scene properly. Like I said, what is properly? Properly is when you actually invest in a decent proportion of your actual income on the side instead of spending it on whatever into actual investments like crypto. They won't do that until this thing passes all-time high. So that means FI won't be at its peak, won't be at its prime until Bitcoin surpasses its all-time high. Okay? Not the same thing for paid network. It's different. Paid network will go crazy as soon as they start launching projects. That's just because that's how it works. They've already generated income off of raising and stuff like that, which are going to buy back the token. Paid network will probably pump a lot earlier than FI, okay? But FI has a lot more gains to go. It can do 10x, 20x, whatever from this current price, simply because there's so many more people coming. You've seen the same thing with Swissborg. It was down in the red, small 10x, slow, did nothing, like a stock chart, it was doing nothing, and then boom, 10x from there in the space of 2 months. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy, and that's the type of gains that you can also get. Now, the next token, okay, the final token of this video is going to be Mirrior Games. Okay, it's one of the tokens which I talk about a lot on this channel, and I know some of my longer term followers are going to have questions. So, what's the state for Mirrior Games, guys? Bearish. Okay, that's just how it's been. Okay, so if you wasn't taking profit, I don't know what you was doing. But yeah. If you wasn't taking profit, I don't know. But I'll tell you what I'll be doing, okay? In terms of Mirrior Games, I've been taking profits and I've been looking to get in at these next levels. I want to try and make it a little bit cleaner for you. Mirrior Games is very simple. This play here, I plan on using this play to make me well over $100,000 from the rewards that I've got on market. So not only have we already made over 100 grand from the bottom, okay? From the bottom to the top, okay, you guys know if you have Mirrior Node, you get rewards, all of that jazz. Yeah, 1,400%. So about 14x on the bottom. Okay, we had staking rewards. We invested into the token. We brought more. We played this very, very well. Now I'm gonna milk this. I don't want to swear. I'm gonna milk this puppy for another 100 grand, right? Maybe even a little bit more. As you've seen, once Bitcoin passes all-time high, there's no telling how high these things go. How I'm going to do that is by entering a 4x leverage trade from each of these positions. Okay, so from this level here at 0.6, I'm going to enter a trade. I'm going to add to the position from the next fib. I'm going to add to the position again from the next fib. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing this is exactly the same thing for you. If you're brand new, you're probably thinking, okay, how do I snap the markets? How do I hit this perfectly? How do I, buy the dip? You don't buy the dip in one big buy. Okay, that's how you get wrecked, because if you're trying to time the market, one day the market's going to juke you, go up, and you're going to be sat there with a bag of USDT, not knowing what you're doing. And as soon as you get in, and you're like, right, I'm just going to get in now, it goes down. That's how you end up behind. Okay, that's how you chase the market. You can't chase gains. let the gains come to you. Okay, and you do that, in my opinion, by entering dollar cost averaging into the markets. Okay, so for example, if I had, let's say 100% tokens, let's say, a 10 grand trade, okay, I'd put in $2,000 here. Okay, I'd put in, another $5,000 here. That's about $7,000. Okay, and I put in another $3,000 here. That's my $10,000. Okay, the good thing is when you have a business, when you have cash flow, it doesn't even matter, right? These trades here just go on in the background. I'm not looking at my phone every day. They're just doing their thing, right? And if it goes down, guess what? I'll buy some more, right? Cross margin, I'm not going to get liquidated, okay? Because I know, and I've planned ahead for the market cycles. Now, how does this make me over 100 grand? Well, when you're on 4x leverage, if I get rid of this, when you're on 4x leverage, okay, let's just use the measuring, right? Oh, we've got price difference. Let's use this, okay? Let's say, I get in and my average buy is wherever, it's here, right? All-time high from here is about 167%, right? From here to all-time high. We all know that this thing's going to surpass all-time high. That's not rocket science, okay? The goal for this is to get to the same market cap as Gala Games. Not counting Gala Games' bull market price, right? Which is if we go to market cap of, okay, and we have a look, it's about last time I checked, it was like a 10x to all-time high. MYRIA. Yeah, 10x, right? So it's a 10x to its current market cap. The all-time high is a 70x. Yes, again, guys, it sounds crazy, but it's not. Trust me. A 70x for Mirrior Games from this price is still not crazy. A 100x, a 200x, whatever. The numbers in a bull market after Bitcoin surpasses all-time high for these things are ridiculous. What, you could have told me here, a 10x for Swissborg sounds crazy. The thing went up like 5 decimals. So like 3 decimals, right? It went from 0.008 to $1.50, right? I'll let you guys do the maths on that. Leave me the thing in the comments, right? The numbers can get crazy. So that makes a 10x sound reasonable. Okay. Now a 10x from its current price, not counting if it goes down here. Okay, a 10x is here, right? About 0.006. Okay. Now, that now looks a lot more reasonable, right? If you look at the chart and you draw it out, amazing TA, it's still something like this, boop, to liquidate people, boop, goes down even more, boop, 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 okay? Comes up here. If I have a 4x leverage trade on, this thing will mint me well over 100 grand. Well over 100 grand. Off one investment, right? Off of like a $5,000 investment or whatever the amount needs to be. Okay. And that's the thing, right? I already have rewards. I have Mirrior rewards. All I'm doing is I'm selling those Mirrior rewards. I'm entering on the trades on these levels and I'm riding it up. So not only am I getting the Mirrior rewards, but also I'm getting paid on a leverage trade as well. Okay. So that's the plan, right? That's the BTC halving plan. I know this has been a long video, but to circle back, it's very simple. I'm waiting for the Bitcoin dip. Okay, as we dip into the halving, which we historically always have, I'll be buying large market cap altcoins, medium market cap altcoins, and small market cap altcoins. I'm well positioned in tokens like launch pads and stuff like that, so I don't have to chase narratives, and that's what's going to allow me to make so much profit. So guys, I'm going to finish off my tea. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel, and if you want to learn how to get started off with crypto and follow a full-blown 5-hour course, which is going to stop you from getting scammed, help you make more money, and make this game so easy for you, check the next video out. Peace.